Welcome to Life is a Scam podcast. I am your host, Shay SoFit. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want to remind y'all, because I didn't remind you guys last episode, but I want to remind y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, tell your mom, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your friends, tell your co-workers. Everybody you know should tune into Life is a Scam podcast because there's some really cool dudes. We have some really interesting topics. We talk about everything from finances to relationships to what is that about, y'all? Sports. Yep. What is that about? Women. Aki loves women and men.
Escort service.
Yep. Aki used to be an escort. He used to do that full time. He paid his way through college like that.
As long as the outcome is income.
Exactly. I love it. All right. But we have a very, very, very special guest with us today. This is a friend of a friend. I know her through my wife's sister. She's AKA. That's how I met Bree. And Bree is cool. So y'all know my favorite application in this world is Twitter, right? I be on Twitter all day. People probably irritated me because I just be ranting. I do like 15 tweets in like a minute if I really want to. But I follow Bree on Twitter, and Bree just seems to me like a very positive person, right? And I like positive people, right? My goal for myself going forward is to surround myself with happy people who just want to see other people succeed, right?
Absolutely.
So I invited Bree here today because she seems like someone who is just like-minded. She seems very positive. She has a lot of amazing things going on for herself. We're going to talk about a little bit of her project in a second. But I just want to give her a quick shout out. So Bree, say what's up to our fans.
What's up? I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you for coming. Next to Bree, we have Photo Shoot Fresh, aka Steak Sauce, aka Aki, aka
You never know what he gonna say.
yeah, Mr. Wild Boy. He wild as hell. Aki, say what's up to our friends and
Hey, what's
family.
going on, people? How y'all doing today?
Thank y'all for tuning in. And at the very, very end, we got Mr. Smooth himself, capable. Go ahead and say what's up to the people, okay?
It's your boy K Smooth. To Life's a Scam Radio.
If you don't get your
Hey, shout out to y'all listening, man. Let's have a good episode.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
So, like I said, we have Bree. She's an amazing person. We're going to allow her to talk about a few of her projects. So y'all can follow, y'all can support, y'all can tune in to just the amazing person that Bree is. So Bree, plug yourself, give yourself your IG handle, your Twitter handle if you want to, and then everything else you do.
You can find me on Instagram at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on Twitch. And YayMash.com. All things Bree Stories live on YayMash.com. That is Away with Words, the podcast, Your Morning Message podcast, and all of my writings. So, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff too. YouTube, Patreon. But if you go to YayMash, you'll find it all. So, yeah.
Nice. It was funny that she says Twitwat because I listened to her podcast and she always says Twitwat on her podcast. That's funny. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I like it. I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it works. It's very different. I've never heard anyone else call it Twitwat.
Really?
I almost thought she was talking about a different platform. Alright, Twitch next. Gotta download that.
I should probably keep that in mind. Maybe some people don't be catching that.
Yeah, well, so the first time I heard you say it, I just kind of assumed.
You just, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But,
I'll take it.
To kick off the episode, we are going to take a shot together.
Please.
Everybody grab your shot glasses. Before we do that, these beautiful shot glasses was created by one of my homies. Her name is Cousin Bree on Twitter. She's a creative, and she makes cool stuff like this all the time. I liked it, so I bought it. If y'all can see it, it's pretty damn cool. Hit her up on Instagram if you want to purchase one. I think she's still selling them. If not, you're lost. But cheers to a fantastic episode.
Too much, man. I got too much in here.
Yeah,
You 6'3", 250, man. Take that shot. Right, whatever.
Let's go.
Cheers, y'all.
delicious.
Ooh, he ain't been drinking.
Hennessy reminds me of my past.
Gotta go back to my
Hennessy reminds you of your
We're going to
past.
talk about the past today, too, right?
Yeah, so
There you go. Good
today's
transition.
topic
Look at that.
is past, present, and future. Because we all grow. I believe in growth. I feel like the person I was 5 years ago is not the person I am now. It's not the person I'm going to be 5 years from now. So past, present, future. We're going to talk about it from a few different aspects. But before we jump into that, we want to get to know Bree a little bit. I'm hiding my phone, y'all, because I don't want her to see these questions.
Okay, no.
All right, so I have 10 questions. It's nothing too wild. It's honestly very simple in my opinion. But just go ahead and just answer the question. I'm not going to elaborate. Just go ahead and answer. Tell me what you think. Okay? So I'm going to start off with something that's light. Netflix or Hulu?
Hulu.
Oh, that's different.
I spend more time on Hulu because I watch Living Single like every night.
Okay.
Single.
Even Single's a classic.
Don't do that.
Living Single's a classic. You don't like Living
Living
Single?
Single is
What,
the
Khadisha?
greatest sitcom of all time.
What,
I
Khadisha?
wouldn't say that, but it's pretty damn good. Fresh Prince is great sitcom of all time.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is the best sitcom
Truly.
I
ever
think the
created.
Jimmy Fox shows.
No, Martin is
Jamie
better.
Foxx show. Now I will say, but Living Single.
Martin is number one.
Okay. Alcohol or weed?
Alcohol, just because I'm a singer, and I don't like the way my throat feels when I smoke too much.
Okay.
But I do like marijuana a lot.
You're pro
I'm
marijuana.
pro marijuana.
Okay. All right, that's fair. But usually your go-to is alcohol.
Yeah, I drink a lot.
Okay, light or dark?
Dark.
Ah, okay. Whipped cream or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Okay. Text or call?
I know.
It depends. FaceTime.
FaceTime. Really?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that because I'm not the type of person, I don't like being on FaceTime. Whenever K called, he be FaceTime with me. And I
Yeah, he
answered
be trying to
because
see me.
that's my homie. That's cool.
I mean,
I'm
look
gonna
at him,
answer.
of course. Like, why wouldn't you want to show your face?
Oh, look at that. That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know why. And I think it's a Chicago thing. That like a lot of people, they just FaceTime.
I think so too.
Yeah, all right.
I hate it.
Because
Bari
I
do it
get
too.
it.
My homie Bari, he's a regular on our, he's one of our main hosts as well.
Nice.
He loves FaceTiming. He be calling me on FaceTime. I'm like, bro, why you FaceTiming me, G?
It's the optimal form of communication, if you ask me.
It is for most people, but I just don't agree.
I mean, but I also genuinely understand why people don't like it.
Yeah, cause like, what if?
This is invasive on
Yeah.
It is kind of
But like, I'm calling because you my homie.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets a face.
Not everybody
You
gets
feel
a
me?
FaceTime. Okay.
Not everybody gets a call.
That's the key.
Right?
Not
You
everybody
get
gets
a
a
text
call.
then.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
quicker. Hey, bro, real quick, I have to ask.
Yeah, but for someone that I want to talk to anyway, if I can choose between texting or calling, I'd rather call.
Okay.
And
Cool,
quick
cool.
note. You know, Bobby, you're picking most of your calls on the toilet seat.
I don't.
I pick up most of my calls on.
How much time? How much time do you spend on the toilet seat?
We ain't
bro?
got to think about that. It's just.
I mean, that's not the topic.
I don't think I ever answer a call on the toilet seat.
No.
I don't
What? That's weird.
I don't know about answering, but I'll be on the phone.
What's be calling at the wrong time? So I be like, you gonna see the ceiling? Yeah, bro. It's just the ceiling.
So if you see a ceiling, it's because you're in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Like taking a shit, like I can.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
heard.
busy.
How inappropriate of a thing can I say on this podcast?
The wilder, the better.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I got a FaceTime from an email address that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it like, I put it down so that when I picked it up, it was only my ceiling because I didn't know who it was.
Okay.
And it was someone beating their dick.
Okay, so time out.
It was
You have-
it was a human person beating a very oily dick. And that happened to me.
It was an order.
That's very
I have so
hard.
many questions.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Question one.
How do you-
What was your response? We're like, oh.
No, I hung up
Okay.
and then I sent them a text with the $50 Apple Pay request.
Yeah.
And I was like, for my fucking troubles, because it's either this or I call the cops. They didn't care, because obviously if you're willing to do that to a number that you're not sure, like you're not positive that this is who you're trying to reach,
Yeah.
he obviously didn't give a fuck. He's like, bitch, suck out of my ass. I'm not giving you $50. But we talked about it. He thought he knew me. He doesn't.
Oh.
He thought that he was calling a different number.
Oh.
And that was awkward.
How, like, why would
How,
you
swear?
mistakenly?
How?
I don't understand. To this day, I think he was lying. I think that he maybe just had some sort of like surprise voyeurism kink. You know, like I'm just gonna call random numbers and just see what happens. I don't know, but
I think the real
Strange.
problem is like, so you have a poster on
Who
the
is-
ceiling.
oh no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It was literally like my
Just-
ceiling
just a
fan.
ceiling.
Ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put it so because I didn't want to show my face. And I didn't know who it
Right.
was.
FaceTime.
So what if? I mean, I don't know the person's sexual orientation, but like, what if?
It was another dude.
If you're exactly. What if you're calling a dude?
Yeah.
What if I was calling a dude?
No, what if the
Oh,
guy
what if he was?
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
you never know. Like what if? Okay, like I don't know. He's clearly
I guess the person didn't
he's
care.
wild as hell. That's
Yeah.
some shit I can do.
I was just about to say, I can do
But
not
he
ever call
that.
He
anyone.
probably did it
Don't do
before.
that.
He didn't seem surprised when he said it might have been him.
Was he in the toilet? Like, so you need to figure out.
No.
But I feel like that could go so bad. Like I don't know
It
what
can
you're
go
into,
bad.
but if it's not what you're into, if you're into men and it's a woman, is that awkward? If you're into women and
Right.
it's a man, is it awkward? If if you FaceTime a man and he will out his penis too and start beating it off,
Oh my God.
like how do you react to that? It can be real weird, real fast.
That's why consent is important.
Consent.
I
You
guess
should
that's
do
something-
that with people
yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have consent
Yeah.
to do those types of things with, because
That's
it
tough.
can get weird.
It can get tough. It can. Are you a homebody or are you a? Oh, we outside. That's our road now.
My house is the spot.
Oh
Okay,
man, she hit
love
that
it there.
wall. I thought we was outside.
I thought it was outside too. When she hit
Can't
that
I
shit.
love it.
That was the
Yeah,
steering wheel.
Yeah, she
I was like,
said staying in the crib.
Is it like the older you get, you become more of an in-body? Because I used
I believe so. I believe so.
I don't know if that's true.
I think I was always an
outside.
invite, yeah.
There's some.
I mean, I think I always preferred the house, like not necessarily my house, but like. But I did used to be outside though, y'all.
See,
I
that's
did.
the thing, right? When I think about myself back in college, I used to enjoy parties and going
So
out.
much.
But I also always enjoy like small kickbacks.
Mhm.
That's how me and Jazz, well, that's not how we met, but a lot of times
Yeah.
that me and Jazz spent together was like, oh, come over to my dorm, let's do homework.
I've
Let's just
probably
study,
been
let's
at
just chill.
kickbacks that y'all were literally in, which is crazy. I used to kick it at USC.
At USC all the
lot.
time? That's wild. That's
Yeah.
such a small world.
It
We probably did
is.
We never
I
know.
actually lived on USC's campus for a while. I didn't go there, but my boyfriend.
You don't even go here.
I didn't go there.
Who's your boyfriend? Or who was your boyfriend?
I'm not gonna say that on air.
Wow, okay. I was curious, but we'll talk about it after.
I feel like he wouldn't mind. LA Van Gogh.
Oh, LA.
Yeah. I'm like, he wouldn't mind.
He went to Thurwood.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
LA. He's
Yeah.
really talented.
He's a very talented
That man
young
be
man.
spitting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great. This is weird.
I really
Feels
thought
strange now.
back, because I know him.
Yeah, because
He's cool
I
ass
thought it
dude.
was just gonna like. I was just gonna say his name. We were just gonna.
Like, nobody knows LA Van
No,
Gogh.
but shout out to LA. He's great.
It's not that many black people at UIC, so we all knew each other.
True. True.
I used to go to, I dated this girl that was into poetry, so I used to go to a lot of her poetry slams.
Oh my god.
That dude, when he does like, I really like spoken word. So he raps and he does spoken word. Like he snaps.
I
He's a
know
lyricist.
I've been in the same room
Yeah,
as you.
probably
before.
have.
That's crazy.
Yeah, probably have.
We used to frequent those. That's fun.
Yeah, like if y'all never been to like a live spoken word,
It's great.
you have to have an ear for it because when I first started to go, he would say some shit, not just he, just anyone in general.
Yeah.
And he would be like 6 bars down. I'm like, damn, he just said that. So I
Right.
really acted
And
way
honestly, I went to high
Yeah.
school with him,
Mhm.
and you know, high school you did talent shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I know how talented he is.
Yeah, he's super talented.
I thought he was like, maybe he is still gonna make it, but when I was in college, I was like, he should make it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, no homo. He looks like an artist.
Can we
You know what I'm
not
saying?
no homo?
Yeah.
It's
I was
2021.
about to say,
I
say
think
no
that's
homo.
2020.
You really mean homo.
He looks like an artist. He looks like
He
you
does.
know how some people like they got the talent but they don't have the look.
That's true.
He got the look and he has the talent. I'm surprised he hasn't blown up bigger.
He gives you like a vibe of a West Coast rapper, like a
Yeah,
Don
yeah,
Kennedy. If
He's
you listen
smooth.
to like
He's
a
smooth.
Don
He's
Kennedy,
smooth.
Schoolboy
Yeah.
Q,
Yeah.
you listen to that.
I don't know LA Van Gogh.
He's
But we gonna
great.
charge him for the segment.
Yeah.
He done got
Shout
about
out
5 minutes
LA.
about it. So I'm gonna send you a $50 request. Then we gonna skip it.
Yeah, shout out to LA. If you're still making music,
It
shout out to
is.
you.
It is.
And I hope you make it.
Mhm.
For sure.
You know, I really hope you make it. We're gonna continue with the this or that. Next on the list we have give and receive. Take it how you will.
At this juncture of my life, receive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask the fellas. I can give and receive.
Both.
Both.
That's not
Yeah.
an option.
It's
You
not
have
an
to
option.
choose. If I had
You
to
know
choose-
what? I like to give, man.
I
You know,
appreciate it.
I feel like it's an artwork. You feel
It's an
me?
artwork. Yeah, but you don't know. It can be gifts. What is he talking about, bro?
Oh, yeah, the gifts. Well, what are you talking about?
It can be anything.
Oh my
It's
God.
up
To be
for
fair, it is a
interpretation.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Okay, give and receive. That nigga selfish.
I just go with give, but we don't know what context. If we talk about that context, it's definitely receive. just go with give.
Okay, no, that's
Let's
good.
not go with it.
Right.
Do it so
So,
hard.
like I said,
I want both as well.
that is selfish. This is random, but I felt like when I wrote this question, I thought it
You
meant.
didn't do give or receive, did you?
Oh, ooh, I'm a giver.
Okay.
I'm a giver.
Her.
Showing truth, deep down in my soul, I'm a giver.
I love that.
This one,
What did you
Is-
say?
is it-
What were you?
What?
You a receiver?
Yeah,
I can say all of the above. I can say it don't matter if I'm giving or receiving. I just
See,
yeah, both of them.
see.
This one is interesting, but I when I saw this question, I thought of you.
Oh.
Sun or moon?
Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, that's actually really, 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 really tough for me.
Why is it tough for you? And then, well, answer first, and then why is it tough for you?
Because I don't. It's tough because I don't have an answer to that. Because shout out to my nigga Thomas. Years ago, I used to always say I aspire to love like the sun, because the sun is our one true indicator of unconditional love. It's like Earth is shit. Like the people on it suck. You know what I'm saying? But every day she just rises and sets.
Yeah.
Every day,
Every
like
day.
you know,
Consistently.
like consistently.
Hasn't failed us yet. Huh?
Completely.
For thousands of
So,
years.
so I've always like admired that, but I also have really strengthened my relationship with the moon. And you know, as a woman, our cycles and things are linked up with the moon in certain ways. So I'm just very into that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say the sun because I like the daytime.
Okay.
I took it so basic.
No. So that was deep. Like I wouldn't.
I know
ask-
that was a lot for me to say something so basic. At the
No, but it worked out because, like, see, I wouldn't ask Kay or Aki that question because they're like, "What the fuck you talking about, sun or moon?" I don't know.
I was gonna say sun.
Right.
I'm gonna say
Why?
something too.
But Bree had like a dip. She had like she thought about it, and I'm like, it meant
I think
something
about
to
it
her.
a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I get some credit?
Please.
All right, so with the sun for me,
Tell us.
I ain't got nothing. How you got it?
I was.
Yeah, I
Pull
know,
me in
right?
for a
No,
second.
honestly,
We
for
don't
the
read
sun,
it.
Tell us.
it shows like it's a new day. You know what I
It's a new
mean?
day.
You see the
Day.
sunrise. It's a new day.
Yes.
I would say sun too.
Yeah.
But for me, it's because I'm a sun up type of person. I'm efficient as hell when the sun is up. Like
Word.
it doesn't matter what time it is. Like if the sun is up, I can get up and do stuff.
I'm not working at night.
Yeah, see, I'm that type of person. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this evening. Nah, if I say I'm gonna do it this evening, it's not getting done.
It's
I gotta
not
do it when the sun is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Funny or smart?
Funny.
Okay. Butt or boobs?
Ooh. I really enjoy breasts.
Okay.
Just the look of them, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can appreciate, obviously,
Mhm.
but it's breasts are fun to look at.
I agree. Last is, and this one, I'm gonna phrase it in the sense of, you have 24 hours. Okay.
Like to live.
24 hours. I'm gonna explain. 24 hours.
Okay.
Would you go past? You get to pick the moment, or future? You get to pick the moment.
Yo.
24 hours.
This is so. I hate that this is the first thing that came to my mind. But I am relishing in my softness at this stage of my life. I will go to the future. Oh, I hate this. Gag. Gross. Gross. Well, I'm just gonna say it. I'll go to the future and I would go to the 24 hours of like the moments or days where I realize that I'm in love in real life.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay. Okay.
But-
Black love. I like that, G. Black love is amazing. You have.
I hope it's black too, because I'm trying to hold on, y'all,
I'm sorry,
for real.
I'm not racist.
I hope it's
Yeah.
black.
Not
I
sure.
hope it's black.
You
God.
still holding on tight. You
I'm
sound like you
trying.
can't give up on that.
Right.
I'm trying.
Don't give up.
It's getting wobbly.
Don't
It's
give up.
getting wobbly, but
Listen,
I
I
don't
tell
know.
Jasmine this all the time. Timing is everything.
Truly.
If Jazz would have met me, well, not met me, because she knew me for a long time. She knew me since college.
Yes.
If me and Jazz would have dated a year or two earlier, she might have hated me, right? And then like I had a little crush on Jazz in college. I thought she was cute, but
How could
I
you
never
not?
made a move. But like I even tell her then, like even if I would have made a move in college, we may not be where we are now
I love that.
because timing is everything. So black love. You gonna meet somebody in this place? It's just timing, you know, timing.
We gonna see,
I
child.
want to ask y'all that. When you get 24 hours, are you going past or are you going future? Let's go Aki first. Aki first, go down.
I'm definitely going to the past.
Why?
I feel like I could change some things.
Okay. Some things you do better.
some things I'll do better. And this is just money wise. There's nothing else in life. You know what I mean? This is just money wise. It can be Bitcoin, crypto, investing in gambling. I think gambling on lottery will bring the most money, to be honest.
Yeah. You make a valid point, and I think people who have similar mindset tend to follow each other or be friends, right? And I feel like I say pass for that exact same reason. I'm not gonna change like everything that I experienced in life. I feel like made me who I am. I'm not gonna change anything, but I will go back to the time where like I had some money.
Yeah.
I would tell me to invest in something that I know will do, and that's the only thing I'll change. I'm not saying, oh, go back and be deeper and I would really go back.
No, yeah, that's facts. What Jazz just said, because like that move, the move that you make from that past though, alters the future.
True, because if I tell myself to invest in Bitcoin
and you hit a million,
that shit might change.
You're gonna be.
A lot.
I might be a different person.
Where we going?
No. I hope I'll be the same person. I hope that.
You'll be like, get married. You'll start talking like this one friend of mine that I know that might be on the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
They call themselves Ghost. But get married? Why we gotta do that?
Yeah, why? That boy Ghost is wild.
And just a side note, I feel like if you go to the future, it's like, if you see the future, it's no excitement because you already seen it.
I disagree.
You know what I mean?
So let me tell you something. I think about the future me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Kay answer after I say this. Like, I would love to just
see what you
know my story. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
that's true. You're right.
The future is so unknown. You don't know what's gonna happen. I truly would enjoy going to the future, like maybe like 15 years from now. See what my family's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's my son? You know what I'm saying? How's my wife? Like, where am I living? You know what I'm saying? Like, how's my family? Like, I think it'd be interesting to just spend a day in the future to see what I got to look forward to. It's not like the only reason I'll go to the past because I think finances is so important. I think finances. Ooh, this is gonna take us to the next topic.
Yeah.
Finances is huge.
For sure.
But that's why I'll go to the past. But the future is interesting too. Okay, what you think? Past the future.
Well, from what you just said, I think this is a very tricky question because also if you get to go to the future, right, and then you see what the future is coming back to the real
you can make
world,
some changes.
Coming back to the real can alter that future, right? So I think that's real tricky. But if I'm just picking 24 hours, either past or present, I might go 24 to like when my child is born, my first child is born, because I love kids so much. Like, I love my nieces like to the moon and back. So to have my own seed, I think that would be.
So see, I'm not gonna have a boy or a girl.
Right. I mean, just like when it comes to the world, I'll take that moment because like everything else, whenever you change it, like you can change the future. Now, if I could go back and stay or whatever, we making some money moves in the past. Like I said, I'll put it all in Bitcoin and we go from there. Ain't no cap in my rap.
Wes said my boy K over here, cap.
Yeah, hater. Like Wes just mad because my side name is Wholesome K.
Wholesome K.
Can't let that.
Not wholesome.
That boy Ryan. But
Oh my God.
transition. We're gonna talk about this because we're talking about finances. I do not condone, but I have no issue with Nick Cannon and what he's doing. So this is our transition, okay? So I'm gonna give my take, and I'm gonna let y'all give y'all take, okay? I'm meant to do some research, but I didn't do research. But I'm gonna speak on it. My first point is there are single parents, single moms, all throughout the United States. I don't know the percent. I wanted to look up the percentage to figure out how many single moms there is, but there are single moms out there. The next thing I want to look up is how much those single moms make, right? Because those two factors show two things. It shows that single moms make a certain amount, and their kids are still, they're functioning, right? It's doable. You can be a single mom and raise a child, and that child goes on to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay? So, with Nick Cannon, I feel like he steps into these situations where everyone knows all the information going into it. So as a woman, you know, like this man just wants to have a child. He already has 8 kids. He may or may not be able to be there every single day, but one thing he can do is support me financially, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like all of his baby mamas, they know two things. They know like I'm going to be supported financially. He may or may not be around, and they have to agree to that going in.
For sure.
So based on that information, I don't support it. I don't condone it. But I feel like there's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't tell my daughter to go have a kid if they can't, you know?
Right.
But I feel like if everyone is presented the information beforehand, ain't nothing wrong with what they doing. Be him. What y'all think about this situation?
I appreciate you breaking it down the way that you did, because that we are dealing with what appears to be grown, consenting adults.
Yep.
Right? And I am a person who does not know if I aspire to be a mom, but I know that I am also the type of person that if I do decide that I want to be a mother, that's just that. That doesn't have anything to do with my relationship status, right? So it's like, if I decide I just want to be a mom, I just want to put a kid into the world, that sounds ideal.
Right.
You know,
Why
like,
not?
because if that's really just my only goal. However, selfishly though, it just feels kind of strange. And maybe this is society talking, right? Maybe these are not my thoughts. Maybe this is just society's, you know, pressure in my brain. But it feels strange to opt into giving your child a single parent home.
True.
Or like two parents that aren't full time. You know, it feels like strange for the kid. Like not, you know, if I'm just like, I'm a single woman, I'm about to be fucking 50 and I done froze my eggs and I'm ready, like fuck it. Like it is what it is. But like to just opt in with another person, like it's okay that you're not here, just like run me the ducats. It just feels a little, it feels a little weird.
True, but I feel like people do that all the time though. I feel like
that's true.
People donate sperm. Women go to sperm banks and say, I want to have a baby by myself. You know, people do that. It's regular.
But I think it is strange to do it. It's strange to me that two people come to that conclusion. Like, we're gonna make this kid a single parent kid. Like, you know, it's like, why? Like, you know.
True.
And they're so separated from their siblings, from what I can see. I don't know where these.
We don't know
exactly. Bitches. I don't know them. I don't know where these women live, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I don't know.
True.
And,
Aki, would you have, if you had the finances that Nick Cannon have, would you have 6 baby mamas with 8 kids?
No, because I feel like ultimately it's selfish. I mean, humans are selfish.
Humans are selfish.
To be honest. But there's always protective measures you can take. See, you have access to a lot of money. You have access to a lot of people, resources.
Yeah.
You can have sex without having a child.
But he wants to have a
No, he's doing it on purpose.
But he's doing it on purpose. But then it's still selfish because you know you're not going to give 100%.
He's not gonna give 100% presently, but he's gonna give 100% financially.
But like,
he gonna pay for a nanny. He gonna pay for AU basketball.
Can I just say something though? Because I didn't have my dad growing up, right? And like at all. And now me and my father are best friends.
Okay.
If I could choose, knowing what I know now, even though I turned out great, and even though the outcome of our relationship is so positive, if I can choose, like, would I rather have the money that nigga owe me from all those years, or the relationship that I have with my dad? I'd much rather have the relationship.
True. And to piggyback off what she said, money can be made. You cannot make up that mental disdain that he's left in there.
Yeah.
I mean, because imagine, girls' dads, they said they're the best. You know what I mean? And then
that relationship with girls and dads to see it.
Dad's a child, a son. What if the son wants to be an athlete? You know what I mean? Like
you're not gonna have
you don't take him to soccer games. You don't practice with him. These are things that will leave a lasting impression in his mind. Although it could be a chip on the shoulder.
LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of our generation, and I don't think he grew up with his dad. Right? I feel like it's just his mom.
I do believe.
So that's my point.
I mean, but he's like an exception.
He's an anomaly. True. He's
an
anomaly. But I feel like people do it all the time.
Yeah.
But Kay, what you think?
With much less.
With much less.
Yeah,
I guess, man. I mean, like you said, 2 people agreed and signed up for it, so I just let them
be.
Let them be, man.
See,
I wouldn't do it. Right,
exactly.
like you said, but,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that right there, what you said is my point. It's
Yeah.
it's not my place. They know what they signed
But
up
if you think
for.
about it, he probably has like a master plan. Because I mean,
It's weird.
Nick Cannon is like, he's not dumb. Like he's actually
Right.
a very
Like-
smart individual. So
Yeah.
That's why it feels
He's gonna
diabolical.
put him in all different locations and they all do something.
And I'm not saying, I don't think Nick Cannon is this master genius that has this deep, but like just basic knowledge, right? Like I feel like me personally, I have a few different life insurance policies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to die eventually,
For sure.
hopefully when I'm 105.
For sure.
But whenever that happens, I have life insurance policies that my son is going to get. My son and whoever, if I have more kids, they're going to be well compensated for my death, right? So it's like, whenever that happens, I know my family will be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a genius. I'm just a regular dude that just figured this out.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who is financially stable,
Right now.
he might have. You can take out a $5 million health insurance policy, and whenever he goes, all of my each kid gets a meal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he might.
I mean,
they're gonna be decent. You know what I'm saying? They
Not
gonna
if he keeps spreading them around like
Yeah,
that, they're going to get a smaller cut.
right. He got to stop soon. Right? He got to stop soon.
I'm like, Dad, can you stop? Because when you're gone, you're going to leave me with
I'm
pennies.
losing out on my money. But yeah. All right, cool. So that was an interesting take. Everybody had
I was nervous for a second.
yeah, right. I thought I was gonna say something wild.
I thought you were going to be like, more men like Nick Cannon.
Nah, definitely not. Especially if you don't have the resources. I got this homie, and he probably don't watch. Let me not say I got a homie. I take this back.
Hey, my homie that was here the
Talk
other
about
day.
this person that my cousin knows.
Yeah, not a homie. I know a person that knows a person.
Mm.
He's like a regular everyday guy like us,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 5 kids with 4 women.
Oh my God.
He ain't Nick Cannon, but he got it. I don't mean he got it financially, but he did that. He has
He has 5 kids.
5 kids and 4 women.
Tough.
If he can do it, why not Nick Cannon? We'll do this
But
regularly.
is he like a good dad, quote unquote,
No.
good dad?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me not say no. I just don't know.
Right.
But I feel like
I
that's
do worry
not
about your ability to be a good parent though when you're not
very
present.
true. I agree with that. But people do it.
And also, like,
They do.
let's be honest, some people, they grow up with the father figure of both parents in the
They be
house,
sucking.
and you still don't get the support
Yeah,
that you need,
sometimes they
right?
suck.
Because, like, I actually had a conversation with my dad today, because, like,
That nigga's
I'm back in the Chicagoland area, so he just keeps saying, like, man, you're changed, and you're this, and I was like, but you don't know me.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I know you. I was
Yeah.
like,
No.
when do you know me from?
Yeah.
You know me from like the age of 14 or 15. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just changed. Yes, I grew up.
grew
There's
up.
literally a change.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know me as an adult.
That's
why
why there's
like-
a difference between a parent being there and a parent being
so,
present.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can say it's being in the house, but there's also like things tied
So
to that being
I
present.
think
Yeah.
that's an issue we struggle with in the Nigerian culture as well, because that's my mom's favorite thing to say to all my siblings. Like, y'all changed. I'm like, no, we grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grew up. We have our own opinions.
Yeah.
We grew up.
And we're not under your
But-
thumb anymore.
Exactly.
And that's what you mean when you say
exactly.
that.
Y'all, we don't have a therapy moment really, because
We need it.
my mom's favorite thing to say is like, you changed. But I'm like, growing up in a Nigerian household, we are trained to just be obedient. Whatever your parent says
Yeah.
goes. And it's like, Mom, I'm almost 30. I have
Yeah.
a wife and a child.
Yes.
I've formulated my own opinions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can disagree with you. It doesn't mean I'm being rude. I just disagree. But
It's so hard to
Nigerian-
swallow.
Bro,
It's so hard to swallow.
my mama be ready to box.
The thing is, and
Yeah.
I told my dad today, he just looked at me like I was crazy. It's hard to swallow, but it's like the older generation, they don't think like good things come from the younger generation, right? Like, so you shouldn't have your, like, say you can't have your own opinions,
Yeah.
right? They don't expect people to like have a good idea
Yeah.
as a young kid. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't. You're not wise.
Yeah.
Like even today, he's like, I know what you're thinking, and do this. I'm like, you don't.
Nah,
You literally
Like, he's like, I know you. I was like,
You don't.
you don't.
You don't.
Right? Like, we just kept going to this, but like, I think he told me one day, it's like, man, you're not supposed to be driving the car you're driving right now, and all this, you're too young. And I was like, what's that
I'm
mean?
too
Like,
young?
I went to school,
Right.
Yeah.
I worked hard, I've earned
I
it.
pay.
There's no way
Right.
And
you
I
sit here and tell me
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to have
And
this.
I'm not missing no bills. And it ain't like I paid my car note in 3 months and they about to repo it. It's like, nah, like,
No, but they can't fathom
I'm
that.
straight.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you're too young.
Yeah.
No.
But we do have to show them, we have to give them grace because they only have their limited
What
belief
they have,
system
yeah.
to work with,
Factual.
you know? And it's like they
Factual.
haven't gotten out of that box
Yeah.
yet, so they don't understand what somebody else is.
And that's hard to get them out when they're 60 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I ain't getting mine.
I have a young mommy, but it'd be the same
It'd be the same.
sometimes.
I'm the youngest of 4, so
Oh, wow.
my mom. Let me tell you, funny story. So me and my mom was having a conversation one day, and I told her Jasmine's my priority. Right? I was like,
Oh,
Jasmine's
you
my
shook the
priority.
goddamn table.
That's right.
So about a week later, we had another conversation, and she was like, I cried myself to sleep that night.
They be so
She probably said you
dramatic.
disowned her, you
Yeah.
gave up on the family.
I was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, Mom. So at this time, my mom was in America, my dad was in Nigeria. My mom was working still, and like literally, my mom in America is the siblings take care of her. She has,
Okay.
Mom
she has
for
no
life.
bills.
I'm so
Right,
hurt.
yeah, she's G. So like, I was like, Mom, you work full time
Mm-hmm.
and you pay no bills, right?
Period.
I was like, where's all your money going? She was like, oh, to your dad. I was like, why? Is he your priority?
Right.
She was like, yeah. I was like, so if my dad is your priority, your husband,
Your husband.
what is wrong with me saying that my wife is my priority?
She carried you for 9 months.
And this is how you know. Yeah, exactly. This is how you know when you checkmate their ass. They just get pissed off. Like, fuck that. No, I mean,
Right.
fuck that. But she just said, she just went off. Like, yeah, you little. She started talking.
Ungrateful
Yeah,
son.
exactly.
Very
Yeah.
rude. That America has spoiled you. Just
Exactly.
The whole
And
nine.
all of that. And I was just like, Mom, like, if you just pause and just think for a second.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You agree with what I'm saying because you're living, your life is based off the exact same thing I just told you.
Same
She couldn't handle it coming from me. But that was wild because we haven't even got to our main topic yet, and we are well into this. I think Bree, I think this is the best episode we ever had. And I think it's because you're here,
You're
G.
just cooking.
Yeah, we cooking, G. We are cooking.
The Hennessy's flowing.
Exactly,
We're flowing.
exactly. I
Hennessy
love
shook
it.
me.
Yeah, I saw the face.
Out of the game.
Oh, yeah?
So, like I was saying, the main topic is past, present, future.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask y'all a few questions,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to discuss it from past lens, present lens, future lens.
Oof.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. And this first question right here is a little deep. I'm going to say, the question is, do women want to be lied to?
Want to be lied to.
Do they want to be lied to? So I'm glad we have Bree here because she gets to paint the picture from a woman's standpoint. And then us men, I know there's a lot of masculine energy in the room right now, but I'm confident Bree can hold herself
It is.
down. We gonna give our opinion now. No, I want you to give your opinion first, then we'll give our
Are you
opinion
sure?
after. Absolutely.
You
So,
just stomp hers down.
right.
That's what it sounds
So
like.
I want you
Finish
to
it
think
off.
about it from past
Past
you,
first.
and then present you, and then future you. Do women want to be lied to?
Past me, I would say it depends on which. I'm assuming we're talking about romance, right?
Yes.
So it depends on which partner I am dealing with.
Okay.
Because if I, past me,
Mhm.
if I love you, yeah, please
Okay.
spare my fucking feelings.
Okay.
You know, but I am a I was formerly known as a serial non-monogamous dater,
Serial
and
non-monogamous dater, meaning
Yes.
you dated multiple people at the same time. That's cool.
dating
Yeah.
in general, no commitment, no
Okay.
like being in a monogamous relationship with one person.
Okay.
And so if I'm fucking with somebody that I love, yeah, bro, don't be like, I'm gonna go to the other bitch house after I leave here. Even though I might find out, you know, like many times I found out, but like, don't say that to me. But like people who are on a different level, as far as like we don't have love for one another, it's just casual, you ain't gotta lie to
You
me,
ain't gotta lie to
you
me.
know? Present me, don't lie to me, nobody.
Keep it real.
Because lying to me is this is edgy, this is problematic, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is a problematic thing that I'm gonna say. When I am dealing with men, I don't like for a man to be what I would consider not player. And if you lying to me, you don't have no finesse about you. If you have to lie to get your way, you a lame.
Okay.
And that's gonna make me not like you.
I appreciate
You know, so like present me, I feel that way.
If you really got it how you think you got
I
it,
was
you can
gonna
be
say,
Then fucking be honest.
Yeah.
And then it's just not. So don't lie. And lying is also synonymous with fear.
Mm.
And if you're lying, it's coming from a place of fear. And if you're fearful of something regarding me, I would take offense to that because it means you don't know me.
Ooh, okay.
You know, and future me, same.
Okay. Okay.
Same.
Okay. All right. So don't lie to present you, don't lie to future you, but past you.
If I love
maybe
you,
you want to be lied to.
please.
Okay. Aki, what do you think?
Past me, I mean, I'm lied. Shit. Serial lying.
Hey, listen, that's
Wait.
what we
That's
hear.
good
That's
self-awareness.
real.
Um,
Real. Uh-huh.
But past me, yeah, you know, lying was, I mean, I was immature, I was young. Present me, I don't lie.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if we're dating, because present me right now, let's say when I turned, 26, 27, I just figured why lie. I don't need to lie anymore
I feel
because
that.
if we're in a relationship and I say I love you, that you have to understand that even though I am brutally honest, that's because I am on your side. We're a team. I'm not just your boyfriend because, like, listen, we said this on the podcast so many times. Like, I don't want to hang out with bums. I don't want to hang out with someone that's not doing well when I know, like, oh, baby, does this have to look good on me? If I know you're chubby, like,
Right.
baby, if you want to hit the gym, you know,
So you
I'm not gonna.
So you
sugarcoat
be
that.
honest all the time.
I am very honest.
Yeah.
Recently, like I'm telling you, for the past few years, in my current relationship, I am very, very honest, and because it will help us grow as a team,
As a
like,
couple. Yeah.
we like, as far as like, not even as a couple, I think about it and say, what if we're going to business together?
Yeah.
That's gonna help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then in the future, no, of course I don't want to lie because
Yeah.
I'm not lying right now, so I don't want to go into the future.
All right. That's
But
fine.
in your past
So-
and present and future, do you think that you've dealt with women that wanted to be lied to?
Exactly.
In
So,
my past,
past,
yes,
Yeah.
because I mean we had to lie to get the, you know what I mean?
To get the nod.
Yeah,
To get the
sometimes.
nod.
That's
Because-
that's coercion.
Because I'll tell you this, sometimes you might not have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have what?
Have it. You know when
Financially.
not even financially,
Oh.
just have it. When somebody
Like
says like,
swag?
I don't have like swag financially,
Yeah.
I just don't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to somebody else, and yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, so you gotta floss a little bit.
You gotta, you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta,
I feel
you know what I
that.
mean? It's like on your resume, you put a little
Period.
5 years, 6 years experience. You know what I mean?
But you just graduated yesterday.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, what you say?
So at first I thought we were just answering on like the women being lied to past, right? So if I go from that angle,
Let it
I
flow,
would
though.
say past women probably did want to be lied to.
Okay, so
Like they wanted to be lied to.
Well, let me not say wanted, but like don't tell me the truth because I think
Yeah.
a lot of people wanted at least back then. You want that like family, whatever. You don't want to break up that household. So it's like, yeah, don't tell me that shit that you got going on.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the past. Like, oh, if you're talking about old age, I think it aligns with your answer. But then I think like present and future, like people just growing. It's like, no, keep
Yeah.
it real with me. Like, we ain't got to get married. We ain't got to be together. Like certain things like that. Like, no, keep it real and let's move on, right? But I think back then it was super valued on like family, household, and all those things. But it's like now, like people are independent. Like I can live by myself and be great, and I can just date, right, or whatever
For
it is.
sure.
So I'll go from that angle.
okay. I'm gonna answer and I'm gonna kind of challenge y'all a little bit. So when I go to the past, when I think of past, I think high school don't count. High school we were kids. And even college, we were kids in college as well. But still, like college is where like you have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah.
I believe 90% of women in college want to be lied to because I can't speak for everyone, so I'm gonna speak for myself. When I went to college, I was like, damn, all these women. I want all of them. Right?
That boy
Like,
Gotta catch them all.
for real, like I wanted to go to college because it was like, I get to experience so many different people. So freshman year, it was like
Period.
I want to experience life. But for some reason, not all women, but some women in college, like they like the idea of romance. They want to find somebody and be like, oh yeah, not all, but some of them, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the situations I found myself in, it was like, if I tell you like, I am a what did we say?
Serial
non-monogamous dater.
Oh, he a hoe.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't tell somebody that in college.
Sometimes it's easier to just say ho.
Right. No, I mean,
No, this one guy, they not going for that. I'm just saying, the guy, they like, oh, hell no.
I feel like
Y'all don't want to see us great.
especially in college, you can't just open up like that. People like, oh yeah, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like exactly. I feel like maybe like senior year, like right fresh from college, you graduated, or maybe like just that age range in general. Maybe you can be a little bit more real like that. But I feel like at first, nah, you can't, because they don't take it the right way.
Yeah.
Okay?
They blowing it all up.
Now I'm
That's what
going
men like.
exactly. That's why I meant like. Now I'm gonna fast forward to present. Okay.
Is that why
I
men
think
like them?
Yeah.
it's layered.
We're trying to keep it
It's
intact.
layered. It's layered.
Have
Men
our
laugh
cake
for
and
me.
eat it too.
Right. No, for real. That's exactly what it
I
is.
hate that saying, because what the fuck else am I supposed
what
to do
it
with
is.
cake?
Eat it and save it. You cut it in half. You eat some.
No, I'm
eat
eating
some.
all the cake.
Well,
that's
honestly
presented to
though,
me.
but honestly, in certain environments, let's say like birthday parties or some weddings, some people actually don't get to eat their cake because they just be so busy and shit. So hey, you can't
I'm
have
gonna
your
eat my
cake
cake
and
at
eat
my
it too.
birthday.
So, hey, shit be going on. Like some people, like I know
You don't
people
have
that,
to.
I know people that didn't eat at their wedding.
At their wedding.
Oh, no,
That's
that's-
right there.
It legit can happen.
Yeah. So I feel that.
If anybody gets
Um,
me to that point,
Mhm.
y'all better feed me. Don't play with me.
Make sure you eat.
'Cause I'm
Nah.
trying to get drunk. So
Exactly.
take care of my
You gotta
stomach.
have food if you want to get drunk.
Exactly. Sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. We flowing. Currently, I think I said 90% in the past. Currently, I think it depends on. I think there's like a very small percentage of women that want to be lied to now.
Sure.
But majority of women in this stage, they're like, be upfront with me. Tell me what it is.
Don't
If
waste
I
my time.
agree, then cool, we're gonna make it happen. We want to be serial non-monogamous daters, we can do that together. But if not, then if this is what I want, then we're gonna do what I want, and then we can move accordingly. So I think in this current age group, I feel like women don't want to be lied to. But I want to talk to that 30% that I said, or that people in this age group still want to be lied to.
Yeah.
I'm not one of my homies. I'm not gonna say his name. He a homie. Like I'm privy to a lot of his dating life. Okay, like I say deviate. I'm probably giving it away, but I give great assists. Okay, I'm a really good assist man. I'm probably the best assist man in the world. Okay, like I'm like Chris Paul. I'm a point guard. You feel me? But I feel like I've given him a few assists where it's like he tried to be honest, and the honesty just didn't work because in their mind they truly wanted to be lied to. Right? It was like
But why fuck with a bitch like that?
because.
Like, is pussy that, bro?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
You said dress
Yes
like
and
you
no.
just wanna
So
get-
like,
Yes and no. Yes and
so like, if I am a cishet man who dates cishet women,
Mhm.
and I value honesty, if pussy is worth me fucking up my values,
It depends. Okay, so I'm
pussy that you never had before. Now,
and that's the thing. Right?
pussy being pussymatized and dickmatized is a thing because you had it and you like now
Right.
now I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get back to that.
Yeah.
But like you've never had it.
So that's the thing about men. And I'm gonna speak for myself, and then y'all feel free to elaborate. There's something about the unknown that is super exciting,
That's fair.
right? So it's
Fair.
like you create this. It's
Yeah, I
like
think it's life.
yeah, it's like
You-
I don't
you
know.
gotta
It's
say
like,
you
I
want
just wanna
things that you can't
experience it.
have.
Yeah, it's like I never had it
You
before. It's like,
want it's the
yeah.
urge.
And then you start to play scenarios out in your mind. It's like, gee, what if it's really like that? You know what I'm saying? You know?
I'm just trying to get
So like in this,
I'll
in this,
give y'all that.
yeah, thank you. In this particular situation, it's like I gave an assist, and I knew the person. I knew both people very well. And going into the situation, I laid out everything for both parties, right? So for the women, I was like, this guy is a good dude. He's not ready for a relationship. Okay. I said that verbatim.
Yeah.
I said he is a great dude.
And she was like, "That's because he hasn't met me."
And that's the issue,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Humble yourself.
Gonna
fast
change the
forward,
fucking game.
exactly. No. So fast forward a little bit, and it's like,
We've been there.
so now they talking.
Mhm.
They exchanged numbers. They went on a few dates. I told you, this
Said
is a
it.
good dude, but he is not ready for a relationship.
Mhm.
Okay, fast forward, gotta have sex. They smashing. Now they're like, oh, I want something a little bit more. And he's like,
Well, I don't.
I don't. Shay told you. I told you. We all told you.
We all told you.
But now, because they had sex already, they feel like,
Digmatism, it's like dyslexia.
right.
It scrambles those words that you told us.
Exactly.
It just scrambles them up, and it was like, did you say he wasn't ready for a relationship, or did you say that he wasn't ready with
He ain't
like
meet the right one,
other
right?
person?
Exactly. So
Heard you.
why is so in that situation
Dick be bomb.
they want to be lied to? They want to be like, okay, sure,
Yeah.
let's
I would say
Let's go
if
with that.
I was that homegirl,
Mhm.
and I would rather you tell me that someone is not interested in a relationship than
Mhm.
ready. Because ready feels like a timeline. Ready feels like you there's
can
a
be
goal.
there, right.
You can make it there.
Mhm.
But interested, it's like that nigga don't do that. This is a nigga that doesn't do that.
Right.
So don't come in here with that.
All right, don't
You
come-
know?
don't bring
Like,
that energy.
Don't bring that in here.
Okay.
Words matter.
You know what? I'm gonna say something to that.
Mhm.
I feel like women. It's hard for some women. I don't want to generalize. It's hard for some women to accept the fact that a man doesn't want to choose them.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, I'm telling you, it's so hard for some women to accept that because it's like after you fuck or they fuck or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it gets to a point. Why not me?
Right. Especially because you have to
It's just-
understand for a lot of
Why not
women,
me?
the choosing
Yeah.
for them is the sex. I chose you, so why aren't you choosing me? That's how women be feeling. And I understand that, but it's important. You gotta keep it G.
You gotta keep it G.
Ladies,
Women,
you gotta
keep it
keep
G.
it fucking G. Like the actions and the words have to match. Don't be scared to be a what are we bitch. I know we used to shame the what are we bitches. What is this? Where's this going?
But what she
If
said.
you feel that way, shorty, ask them questions and get them answers.
So like,
And if it's anything but, if you are like, my ideal answer is we're on the path to a relationship, or my ideal answer is, actually, funny you brought that up. Here's this cake that says, will you be my boo? Like, you know, like if that's your ideal answer, anything other than that, you gotta cut that shit out. Especially if you digmatized, get away from that nigga.
yeah.
Stand up.
So, but also, I mean, it gets to the point where you ask that now, but it's like if he already hit, he ain't even gotta lie. He just gonna keep it real.
Exactly, and that's even better.
But then I think some women don't want that answer. Then
No,
because,
of course
like,
they don't want
they
it.
already
So check this
already
out.
trapped.
Check this
Yeah,
out. Check
but
this out. So
you finna get hit with it.
Y'all get into my point right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we started talking, you knew that
You knew that.
I'm looking for a situationship. I want to smash regularly, but I don't want you to be my girl. Right? So you know that. Like you know that going in. It's
Yeah,
like I like you fun to hang out with.
you're cool.
I don't want a girlfriend.
You're great.
We have good sex together. Let's do that more often.
Yeah.
So why is it that
Mm.
when we go into a situation with that logic, right? And then that same logic causes you to be like, you know what? I can't fuck with you no more because you don't want nothing more. But it's like we already have this. we have this precedent.
Because a lot of women, especially these days, right? We get a lot of, I don't know. I think we get a lot of outside pressure to just be a chill girl, you know, like
Yeah.
don't want too much, like, you know. But it's like you gotta stay true to who you are. I am a person. My therapist says that I am a person that is too comfortable in gray areas.
Okay.
I don't really thrive with titles.
Okay.
I don't really do my best with like, this is my boyfriend. Like that's
Right.
a lot for
A
me.
lot of responsibility.
But I'm trying, whatever. We're trying to get better.
Mhm.
But so I think that that's just something that I've noticed from the outside looking in. But I know for a lot of women, I think there's a lot of pressure to just like be a chill girl, be a go with the flow girl,
Yeah.
and you want to be that girl, especially for the nigga that you now are obsessed with, because. The whole courting process really does go both ways, as much as women don't make it seem that way, because a lot of women want to be sought after and they want to be pursued.
Yeah.
But once a woman decides in their mind, like, this the one, I like him, it's already, they're in the courting section right along with you.
Automatically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if I've done all of that, quote unquote, I'm a certain type of woman, I'm not me.
Mm-hmm.
If I've done all of that and I gave you some pussy and you don't want me, like, it's like, yeah. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot for our
It's
ego.
tough. Yeah.
Our ego is hardwired to keep us safe.
Okay.
And community from the back days is very important. So rejection is terrible.
Yeah,
it's
rejection's
really, really, really bad. And your
Yeah.
ego will make you feel like you are in danger if someone rejects you. So it hurts.
It hurts.
It doesn't feel good.
I feel like rejection hurts, and
It just
it's
does.
interesting you say that because we all suffer rejection. Sidebar, like me and my wife was talking about this the other day, me and Jazz. Like she was telling me like I'm not used to being rejected,
Period.
right?
A lot of women aren't.
But niggas get rejected all the time.
All the time.
You gotta deal with it.
Yeah, we gotta deal with it.
Y'all need to women up.
But
Dealing with
exactly.
this. Shoot your shot. See what it feel like.
yeah.
But does that not give you a little bit of empathy for women though? Because it is difficult for them when you then say, after we did the whole courting process, we did the sex, and now I'm like, so what are we? And you're like, not what you think.
Right.
Like, don't you
That's
empathize
true.
with that woman?
I
Because you
do.
know how it feels to be rejected.
I do empathize with that, but this is the point, right?
Yeah.
For most men, not all men, for most men, it's not a personal attack. It's not that I'm rejecting
No.
you because XYZ.
I'm
It's
rejecting
that
the
I'm rejecting
system.
exactly.
I
I
don't
just
want
don't
a
want it
bitch.
at
I just
all.
don't want one.
Exactly. I want to be free to do whatever I want to. And I
Yes.
feel like I think as a man, I think that makes it a little bit easier. Because usually, right, like if I shoot my shot at a girl, at a club, at a bar, in the street, at the mall, anywhere, you're rejecting me. Oh, that's if y'all hear that, I'm sorry, that's Elijah.
That's fun.
You see, hit that green button.
That's the house. That's a house noise.
Yeah.
That's the thing your house does.
Yeah. That means he buzzing. My bad, y'all. But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So what was I saying? I was saying that if a guy shoots his shot
Yes.
and gets rejected, she's rejecting you.
Yes.
She's saying
You're ugly.
you are ugly.
Yes.
You don't got the G.
No.
You ain't dressed.
Look at
not
your fucking
here.
shoes.
Exactly.
How dare you walk
What
up
the
to
fuck
me?
are those? That's what she's saying.
So.
But in the opposite situation,
Yes.
when a woman is shooting her shot, saying, "What are we? Like, let's make this more." It's not. It ain't you. Like, it's
But
not
it feels
you.
like it's her.
Yeah, it feels like a. But
Sometimes it's
even if
not
I
you
tell
either.
them-
Even if you're at the club and you do that, sometimes it's not you. Maybe that girl got a nigga. Maybe her
Yeah.
nigga shoots people. Maybe she's trying to keep it smooth and like not give you a whole explanation. Just get away from me because
Right,
you're in danger.
but I
You
feel
know,
like
I'm gonna
just-
say some things.
Yeah,
Probably controversial.
yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
I bet I can bet my money
Mm-hmm.
that the women that reject men
Yeah.
at that moment, like, hey, I want to be with you, blah blah blah. Some of them, a good high percentage of them, they reject them because they're not good in the public eye. As far as, I'll give you an example. Sometimes when I'm trying to date girls,
Mm-hmm.
I envision if my girl can be around my friends and family.
Right.
As you should.
I envision if we go out to a five-star
fit the-
restaurant,
yeah.
can she dress
Can she
well
fit them up?
without me?
Right.
Hey,
Right.
I think she will wear this. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the public eye,
Sometimes
I think women reject some men because they're not good in public eye.
Yes.
They're not the coolest. They're not the flashiest. You know what I mean? He drives a Toyota Camry. He's not. He just doesn't.
But to
drive
be
a-
fair,
you know?
like you just said, people do that.
yeah.
Like we all do that.
And then I'm gonna say something else.
Yes, please.
Women that have
Also known as
Yeah,
bitches.
our next.
women have sex with men
Yes.
that are potentials, and they shouldn't do that.
Oh no.
Because
Yeah.
they have sex with men because they fit this narrative, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I see a future with this nigga. Maybe if I put
If
the pussy
you
on
see
him,
a-
I'll convince him to.
If you see a potential,
Yeah.
you're gonna move different.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
sometimes
Mhm.
it can just be you want companionship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get dickmatized. Don't get me wrong.
No,
But
But you gotta
Okay.
get the dick to get dickmatized.
Right,
so
I ain't
yeah.
never been dickmatized by no dick I ain't never had.
Exactly, because
Okay.
I always feel like there's another better dick out there.
So-
So,
You done
I feel
already
like
caught me on.
it's
Huh?
it's
So hold on.
Question.
question. So,
I mean,
what did he just say?
what did he say?
You almost
I haven't tried that.
Guys, bro.
Hey, where my drink at, man?
Nah, you gotta understand his background.
Yeah, like I said, he's a wild dude. No, but he good.
Can I say something to your point though about rejection and
Yes.
being rejected up front?
Yeah.
When I was in college,
Mhm.
I used to, amongst my friends, I was known for something that you don't want,
Yeah.
and you can see that they're willing to keep on pretending because they like you.
Mhm.
Let them go.
Let him go. That brings up a really good
You're
point.
like, I don't want to.
And that's the thing, right? So, to the point, this is a really long episode, y'all. So I hope you guys are enjoying this because
We
you
do
guys are
have to
enjoying
split
this.
into like
Yeah.
part 1, part
Right,
2.
part one. Bree,
Maybe.
we would love to have you back because it's flowing, G. I can tell you do this because you're really flowing right now. I feel like, what was my point? I was gonna say,
I'm sorry.
I don't know, yeah.
You said also for the ladies.
For the, I don't even know where I was gonna
It's
land.
okay, I'll be doing
Don't
that
be
too.
crazy, girl. Like, just keep that shit G.
Keep that shit player.
And be honest. Be honest about what you want, even though it's vulnerable.
If that nigga tell you he don't want a
You
relationship,
don't.
think that you can convince him to get a
You
relationship.
can't.
It's internal,
As much
right?
women
As
try
a
to
guy,
get
yeah.
it's possible.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
Why? Not all women.
Because you women
not
try
all
to think
women.
like a man and
Not
try
all
to
women,
be
not
a G.
women.
Not all women.
It's not about
Because
thinking like a man. It's about thinking with logic. It's about
Even if you think
your
logic,
head and
you
your
still-
heart should be working together. You know what I'm saying? Your heart should not overshadow your head and nor the latter. Like
Yeah.
it should not be.
Absolutely.
You should be like, okay, I love this person, and you go back and ask yourself some questions. Check in with that person and check in with yourself. If I have a conversation with a nigga and he tells me that he doesn't want to be in a relationship, and I know that I do, I'm depending on how I feel about him. I've never been in this situation, y'all. Y'all know I'm a motherfucking player, but
She keep it G.
depending on how I feel about the person, I might go back and be like, what is the value for me in a relationship? What exactly am I trying to accomplish by this person calling me their girlfriend?
Right.
And if it's an ego thing, if it's like, I need you to post pictures of me or I need to be on your arm, maybe question that if you really care about this person. Because there are different types of relationships. You can exist with somebody in a non-traditional way, and if you care about them, that's all that fucking matters. If you want to be somebody's bitch just for the sake of being called somebody's bitch, and you really think that they're a good guy and they're just not there yet, kick it with that nigga if you really like him, and just let it be.
Appreciate that nigga for what he is at that moment.
Is that what you have to say?
Nah, go ahead though. Go ahead.
So, ask the appropriate questions at the right times. I think is the first thing.
Sure.
Like, y'all asking these questions after y'all been fucking,
Yeah.
that's bad timing. Because he already hit. So that's
So
the first
that's
thing.
first thing. I want to say 1B to that.
Don't say
is
he already hit.
Believe. Shoot, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. He
Believe
hit the-
what he says when he says it.
Yeah.
Okay? If he says it, that's because he feels it.
Mm-hmm.
Life is going to teach moment. Women, take notes.
And then the second thing, well, first, obviously, hopefully you're dealing with a truthful person.
Yeah.
That's right. People can tell
Yeah.
you something and they still
True.
not, right?
True.
But two, I think, as far as like relationship goes, you know how somebody moves, right? If they like you,
Yeah.
right? So if I'm not contacting you,
Oh my God.
or whenever we link is always, I think we had like a time of like 11 p.m. or
Right.
something,
Uh-huh.
right? If it's once a week,
Just-
he's not trying to be in a relationship. He might be busy, but I'm sorry, right? Because you know they say you make time for whatever that is,
Gotcha.
right?
Because
But
only hitting you up on
you
some week, he don't like you
move,
that
you
much.
move. A man moves
Yeah.
differently when he finds a woman he truly likes.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, so I think
Absolutely.
that if you're like, "What are we?" I don't even talk to you.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me what are we,
So-
bro? I see you once every 2 weeks.
Do
Yeah.
We're nothing.
Do women do that?
Absolutely, they goofballs.
Truly?
Yes.
I mean, back to what I said.
Y'all be down bad sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I don't know
I
about
ask the
y'all.
questions, but it's
Yeah.
like
Can't keep
I-
it G.
Like yeah, we ain't never been on a date. Or we doing it's like
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
a fuck
collect the
buddy.
data. You
Yeah,
gotta collect the data
Collect the
first.
data.
Like, don't come
Facts.
into the
Yeah,
conversation
data
without
analyst.
an informed. Like, I'm saying this because this. Like, I'm going to ask about the context of our relationship because you at my house every day.
Mhm.
We be cooking for each other.
Right.
You help my mama move her couch.
Yeah.
like,
You're not
He
gonna
invested.
ask that.
it's
Yeah.
like,
he invested.
so.
You're not gonna ask that if you
Right.
don't
We go together. Right.
Sounds like a good person you got in your corner though.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like if that nigga look at me and be like, "Oh, I'm not looking for that." I'm
That's tough. That's hard to deal with. Right. I feel that.
He
I
just
feel
not
that.
in
I
that
feel
stage,
that.
right? He's
Yeah.
not ready.
Yeah.
Like we said, he's gonna get there at some point.
Yeah, but I mean, also, you know, other relationships exist. It's not
True.
just monogamous.
And women can
True. Other relationship, y'all, I got so many ideas right now. Bree,
Yeah.
we have to have you back. I
Please.
literally got like 2 other topics I want to discuss with you.
I would love that.
But one of them is serial dating. We kind of just talked about that. I feel like some women be in and out of relationships just to be in and out of relationships.
Yeah.
We gonna expand on that. Not today. We're gonna have Bree back. And then there was something else you just talked about that I want to expand on. But
Okay.
Why women can't keep it G?
wow, women can't. No, not that. Some women can keep it G. Some women can keep it G.
Lots
I'm
of
not-
women can keep it G.
We not here to bash women.
Women.
Thank
Yeah, we
you.
gotta. Hey, look, Aki.
Most men can't keep it G.
Hey, relax.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
That's
people.
what I don't know what you're
For
gonna
sure.
say.
Oh, for
'Cause
sure.
Sometimes
Y'all know I wouldn't be coming
get
on that
someone
kind of
from the
podcast.
podcast.
Exactly.
But you know, we
Exactly.
on Twitter we've seen the content that like.
Yes.
Well, that's a lot, right? So
Yes.
men with podcasts are like hurt men,
Yeah.
right? And then your
Yeah.
podcast is there to bash women. We're not here to bash
We
women.
not here to
No,
bash
no, no,
women,
for sure.
and we not hurt. I'm
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah,
And I love
we
my wife.
love our
And we
women.
still like to talk.
Her.
We like to talk. Yeah.
Her.
But once again, we just want to end the podcast by thanking Bree for coming out.
Thank you.
This was honestly, I think this was an amazing episode, y'all.
Oh, yay.
If you're gonna watch any episode, watch this one right here because we was spitting. Shout out to you for coming out.
Thank you.
Follow her on Instagram at
Bree.stories.
Bree.stories. Support everything that she does. She's really good, y'all. Like I actually enjoy listening to her podcast. She brings very interesting points of views. It's a good listen.
Thank you.
I haven't listened as much to the morning message.
Oh, I get it. That's
Yeah.
really for like my white girls, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. It's literally for everybody. I do
I
have.
was like, damn, she got that audience too.
No, I have an alarming amount of white women listeners to that one, but
Okay.
I fuck with it. Shout out to y'all.
Thank y'all for supporting.
Right.
And then yeah. But I think this was a very interesting episode, y'all. We are definitely gonna have Bree back soon.
I would
Not
love
sure
that.
when, but she gonna be back. And then just thank y'all for tuning in. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, your brother, tell your coworkers, tell everybody you know about Life is a Scam. And just thank y'all, G.
We out.
Thank
We out.
y'all.
Peace.
Peace.